and welcome to Jammin Live. My name is Sam Holloway and I will be your host this evening, filled with music. We have two guests with us today, both from Kingston area, so without further ado, let's get the show started with Jake Elwood. Come on over, Jake. We're also joined by Hugh as well, who will be performing for us later in the show. So, Hugh, tell me a little bit about yourself. Kind of where are you from? How did you kind of get to doing music around the Kingston area?
I'm from Winchester in Hampshire. Um, I came here to Kingston, I think it was 3 years ago, to do a degree in creative music tech. So, yeah, that's basically why I'm here. Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Thanks so much for performing, Jake. That was really, really nice.
My pleasure, you're welcome.
And where are you originally from, and how have you got here as well?
Born from a small town in Wales. Nothing really happens over there, music-wise. You know, there's no industry, there's no scene for it or anything. I was also too young at the time, but as soon as I got old enough to go to uni, I was off London. That was it for me.
Sure. Amazing. And what kind of first got you interested in music?
Going to my friend's house after school, and he could play guitar really badly, but to me that was mind-blowing at the time. So he was just bashing out with his big brother playing drums. It's Nirvana song, Smells Like Teen Spirit. You know, it's just that energy.
Yeah.
I was hooked on it.
Yeah. And how about you, Hugh? How did you get into music?
I've always been pretty into it. Well, my family's quite musical, so both of my parents are singers and instrumentalists, and so are my brother and sister as well. But yeah, as my mum taught me a bit of guitar when I think it was 5 or 6 or something like that. Yeah, so just kept the ball rolling since then. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. And what kind of artists inspired you back in the day, Jake? And then kind of what artists inspire you now as well?
My parents weren't musical, but my mum had a extensive record collection, you know, all the old stuff, Pink Floyd. She's really into psychedelic, 60s, jazz, all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
So I was exposed to some good music, and then from a young age, I didn't really appreciate that at the time. But then when I started playing music and I got old enough, you know, I started to really appreciate some of that stuff. But for me, it was classic rock at the time, hard rock, Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
And then blues after that, you know, the artists that inspired my favourite guitar players.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. And how about you, Hugh?
I'll say I don't know, the thing it all kind of started, well, the music thing kind of started, my parents, they'd always play Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson and Take 6 and stuff like that on long car journeys. Yeah.
The car journeys.
Yeah. To shut us up. Yeah. But I was so they always I know, showed us good music that we can listen to. In fact, after that, I think I was quite into rock music and stuff like that. Yeah. And then maybe when I was 13, I think I started getting more into hip hop music. But
Yeah.
now I remember there was one time, I think it was my dad, he used to do a rap to get us to bed. It was the bedtime rap where he'd tell us to do our teeth. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
can't
really
remember exactly how it went, but it was pretty dope.
sweet.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And what are you currently working on, Jake, music-wise?
About to release an EP with the band I play in, Chase Morton and Sounds from Pluto. That's just ready to get mastered now. It's already recorded, mixed, everything.
Awesome. And how about you, Hugh?
I got my EP New Day, which is already out now on the internet. You can catch that with the Mighty Bacon, and I got a couple of EPs on the way with Dukes and Aftermind as well, who are collaborators of mine. Yeah.
Amazing.
Pretty much that.
So, any upcoming gigs you want to talk about, or?
Actually on Thursday, yeah, in Brixton at the chip shop. That's a collaboration with the And What crew, who they hold gigs around in various places in London, and that's the only one that I got going so far. But yeah, Thursday, Brixton chip shop.
Awesome. Thank you, Hugh and Jake. If you could please make your way over to the stage. We will be now get the chance to hear both of them performing together to debut Hugh's new track. So yeah, you can actually check out Hugh's stuff at roughstuffrecords.bandcamp.com. Rough is spelled Ruff. You can also check out Jake at Instagram, which is Sounds from Pluto. So yeah, if you guys could get started, that'd be amazing.
Shouts out to Jammin Live. Yo, 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 yo. I remember when we first met, working at the coffee shop. Not a lot was popping off, making tea and washing pots. I was freestyled in the past time on the clock. I would write lines to fill the blanks like a dot to dot. Then I see the new girl with the dreads and the pretty eyes. Oh, she looking real fine. How she cutting up sandwiches and making the next tea. How'd you make a cap and an apron look so sexy? I was scared to say hello, like Adele though. Tried to be mellow, but we hit it off from the get-go. So I got a number and we exchanged texts on the phone. I said, next, do you want to get a cup of Joe? First date, things were feeling a bit stranger. Trying to work you out like a personal trainer. But we sat by the river, and when we had that first kiss, you know what I was feeling. So much, so much. You got me feeling so much, so much. So much, so much. You got me feeling so much, so much. Cause you're a very, very, very special girl. You're a very, very, very special girl. A very special girl. A very, very, very special girl. You're a very special girl, I love it when you're resting your head in my arms. I love it when you get shy and do your nervous laugh. And when you try to spit my bars, and you lowering your voice, bobbing your head, doing a funny dance. Feeding me until my waist fat. Bowl of yam, she gonna make that ASAP. And when you call me on your work break, and when you bought me the Air Force Ones for my birthday, we go together like ham and eggs, jam and bread, Daff and Fred, Ant and Deck, Breaking Bad and meth, gold, myrrh and frankincense, banks and checks, ass and legs. Destiny won't let humans know what the future holds, but I really would like to see you involved. Cause you got me thinking that it's the real thing, and when I see you, you know what I'm feeling. So much, so much. You got me feeling so much, so much. So much, so much. You got me feeling so much, so much. Cause you're a very, very, very special girl. You're a very, very, very special girl. A very special girl. A very, very, very special girl. You're a very special girl. Rest in peace to Jay Dilla, Yo, 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 yo. Hear them, you know I had to grab the mic. I'm just out here chilling out, jamming life. You know I'm trying to get my mind in gear. Earlier we was having a pint of beer, just talking casually. Hear them, I stepped up to the microphone gradually. I wanna show you how to rhyme, kid. You could see me at work, not rocking high vis, but still, you know I bring the fresh hooks. Right now, freestyling with Jake Elwood, from the sounds of Pluto and Chase Morton. Up on the guitar neck, he stays awesome. My brain's walking just through the park. Hear them, I'm trying to give you the stupid bars. Show you how I kick a fresh flow. Anytime I grab the mic, I'm like, let's go. Hey ho, this is how we play now. I'll be storming through like a rain cloud. Anytime you find me on the beat, Hugh, them you know that I be providing all the heat. So bring it to the lights, camera, action. You know that I bring you no amateur rapping. Just give me facts in the vocal booth. You
know that I'm trying to expose the truth anytime I'm using my vocal cords. So I'm grateful to the ones that will show support. We got the beat by Jay Dilla. You know this is a sound that stays iller. I used to listen to Slumville every day, you know it would become ill. Enough skill that I show on the set, you know on the microphone you better give respect. I put it all away, gotta give a shout out to Sam Holloway. Presenting the tunes, Hugh them, you know I bring the set to the room. Smoke mics like fumes, you can hear the bass lines go boom. Anytime I come to the show, you know I had to rock a freestyle flow like that.
Thank you both so much for your wonderful performances. You can get Hugh's EP now at roughstuffrecords.bandcamp.com, spelled RUFF. The Chase Morton with the Sounds from Pluto EP, which features Jake, will be released towards the end of May. Finally, you can now follow the band on Instagram at Sounds from Pluto. We are very grateful that Jake and Hugh could join us tonight. I've been your host, Sam. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.